everyone. Today I am Manijablesh, Assistant Professor in AKG J. Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad in MC Department. So today I am going to deliver a lecture on JavaScript and in which I am going to take a topic JavaScript function. So this topic is beneficial for all the students who are reading web technology, JavaScript function, student of MCA, CSIT student. So what are the, firstly, I'm going to tell you what is function. So function basically, you may call a function from anywhere within a page or even from other pages. So if the function is embedded in an external .js file, so functions can be defined both in the head and in the body section of a document. So however, to assure that a function is read loaded by the browser before it is called, it could be wise to put function in the head section. So now the question arises how to define a function. So basically the syntax to define function is function function name, because we can write any function because name as per the requirement of the user, and in which we can write we can pass parameter, and the parameter which we are going to pass in these are known as actual parameter, and we can write the here in the braces we can write the any kind of code which we are depend on our requirement. So the word function must be written in lowercase letter, and this is the some syntax. So in head, as I told you, we will write the function code in head section. So first one, in script type we can write the function, and here we want to display the message. So we have make a user defined function which is name is display message, function is our keyword, and display message is the function user defined function name. And here we want to display a message that is the hello world. So in function block we want to display the message hello world. So here I use the alert method I'm going to use, and in this I am going to print the message hello world. And all these function code we will write in the script tag. So firstly we have to open the script type. Script type is was our JavaScript, and then I have write function code. Here I'm going to print a message that is hello world, and now end of the script tag and closing of the head section. Now I want that my message will show after when I click the button. So for this I have to use the input type name and the value. So the value would be definitely click, because I want when I press the button then the message should be displayed on the console. So for this I have to use the form tag. So in body tag we will make a form tag, and in the form tag we will use the input type. So input type would be our button, and the value would be when click me, and after on click button my message should be displayed on the console. So and the message should be hello world. So here I write the code. Firstly I have make a script type that was a JavaScript type, and I have create a user defined function. Name is display message, and I have print the message with the help of alert tag. So in the script tag we will write all the code of function, and I want to display the message hello world when I click a button, on click button, that is would be the our event. Event क्या होगा हमारा? click me. हम बटन क्लिक करेंगे तब हमारा मैसेज प्रिंट होके आएगा. So these kind of events we are display in input type. So our input type would be button and value क्या होगी आपकी? click me, and on click क्या होगा आपका हमारा? display message. So this is all about the structure of function. Now return statement. So return statement, the meaning of return statement is used to specify the value that is returned from the function. So here I am going to display the example of multiplication. Suppose I want to multiply two integer number. So as usual, we will write all the function coding in the script tag. So here I have open HTML head section, and script type would be our text, or we can JavaScript. So I have created a user defined function name that is product. So I want to product two integer number. So I have write in script tag document.write and product of two an integer number. Suppose I am going to take a 4 or 3. So the value would be written in our function code, that is a return a cross b. So after when we execute this function, the output would be our 12. So return statement basically is used to specify the value that is written from the function. तो return statement क्या आपकी वो वाली वैल्यू को स्पेसिफाई करके रिटर्न, वो वाली वैल्यू आपकी रिटर्न होके आती है जो आपने अपने फंक्शन में यूज करी है. Now the lifetime of JavaScript variable. This is if you declare a variable within a function, so the variable can only be accessed within that function. So when you exit the function, the variable is destroyed, and these variables are called local variables. So you can have local variable with the same name or in different function, because each is recognized only by the function in which it is declared. So if you declare a variable, if you declared a variable outside a function, so all the function on your page can access it, and we can say the lifetime of these variable start when they are declared and when the page is closed. So now the next important concept arise is loops. So firstly, I want to tell you what is loop. Suppose if we want to execute a statement in n number of times, so that time we use the concept of loop in our programming. So in JavaScript, we have two different kind of loops. First one is for, second one is while. So for loop means loops through a block of code or a specified number of times, and while loop is loop through a block of code while a specified condition is. Now in detail, I am going to tell you what is for loop. So for loop is used when you know in advance how many times the script should run. Script means any kind of statement we want to run in any number of time in minimum how many number of times we want to run, that time we use for loop. So the syntax of for loop is for is a keyword, next any variable, suppose the start value, and variable, or you can say any kind of expression is less than equal to our end value. End value means how many number of times we want to run that loops, and increment or decrement, and within the braces we will write the code which we are going to execute. So this is the syntax of for loop. So here I'm going to give you example of for loop. So this example which I'm going to show you is define a loop that start with the I is equals to 0, and the loop will continue to run as long as I is less than or equal to 5. So and I will increase by 1 because here I use increment operator each time when the loop will be run. So here I initialize the value of I by 0, and in for loop I have write I is equals to 0, and I will run when the value of I would be less than equal to 5, and every time the value of I will increment it by 1 because here I have used post increment operator I plus plus. So every time I will run by 1. So in document write the number is plus I, and here I have used BR. BR means line of break. न्यू ब्रेक करेंगे और हर बार आपका न्यू लाइन में न्यू वैल्यू आपकी प्रिंट होके आएगी. सो द आउटपुट वुड बी ऑफ दिस लूप इज because it is initialized by 0 and 5 time it will run less than equal to 5. So the output would be first time I is equals to 0 and 0 is less than equal to 5, condition is true. Then in document write I am going to print the value of I, the value would be 0. Then again loop will be started, so the value of I would be next time 1. Now again condition will check and 1 is less than equal to 5, condition is true. Then again the value of I is print, that time the value of I is 1. Again we will run in loop, we will go in the loop. Next this time value of I would be 2. Again we will evaluate the condition, 2 is less than equal to 5, again condition is true, value would be print and the output would be 2. So this will run when the value of I would become 5. So when the value of I would become 5, then condition will evaluate to 5 is less than equal to 5, condition is true, value would be print, and when loop the value of I would be 6, then condition will check 6 is less than equal to 5, condition would be false, and we will terminate by the loop. So this is how the working of for loop. That's why we can say कि for loop we've used when we know in advance कि how many times the script should run. So in this example we know in advance कि our script will run only when the condition will equal to 5. So this is how about the for loop. Now the while loop. So the while loop loops through a block of code while a specified condition is true. So the syntax is while and variable is less than equal to end value, which will definitely given by the coder, and in curly braces we will write the code which we are going to execute. Now again in this example I am going to print the integer number which is less than equal to 5. Now here I have mentioned the initial value of I is equals to 0. So the first value of I is equals to 0, and in while I have write the condition only, and the condition is that ki I is less than or equal to 5, and every time we will print the value of I, and BR means break of line, and in new line the next value of I would be print, and I plus plus means the post increment in I means every time new value would be the new one increment would be happen in I. Now understand this code. First value I have initialized by 0. So condition will check 0 is less than equal to 5, condition is true, value would be print. After that, printing that value, increment will happen. Increment will be by a 1. So again, we will enter in the loop. 1 is less than equal to 5. Condition is true. Next value would be print. Loop will run when the value of I would be 5. When 5, condition will check. 5 is less than equal to 5. Condition true. We will print the integer value, and when the again increment will happen in I plus plus, so the value of I would become 6, and then when we enter in the loop, so the 6 is less than equal to 5 and condition is false, and then we will terminate the loop and our program is over. So this is all about the working of while loop. The next loop is the do while loop. So do while loop, we can say, the variant of the while loop. So this loop will execute the block of code only once, and then it will repeat the loop as well as the specified condition is true. So firstly, do. In short, we can say while loop evaluate the condition in the beginning. That's why we can say while loop is the entry control loop. But do while loop condition would be checked at the last. That's why we say do while loop is the exit control loop, because in this do while loop we evaluate the condition at the last of the condition. So this is the same example I am going to take in do while loop. So here I have initialized again the value of I by 0, and I have write the word do. Here I have print document dot write number is I. So firstly the value of I would be print 0, and then value of I would become 1. After that, condition check, 1 is less than equal to 5, condition true, value would be print. So 5 times this loop will work, but the difference between while and do while loop is that ki while loop run only when condition is true. When the condition become false, we will terminate by the loop. But do while loop at least one time will run for a false value, as you can see in this example. In this example, when the value of I becomes 6, we will in the block of code statement, I becomes 6, then we will check the condition. So one time loop will run, but value would not be printed. That's why we say we do while loop is the exit control loop, whereas while loop is the entry control loop, because we evaluate the condition, or you can say we check the condition at the beginning of the loop. So for no any false value, while loop will not work, but do while loop will work at least one time for false value, because in do while loop condition will checked after the code in the last. So moving on, break statement. So break statement will break the loop and continue executing the code that follows after any kind of loop. So here I will give in the example. Suppose I am going to print the integer value of 0 to 10. So I have created a loop, a for loop for I is equals to 0 and I less than equal to 10 and I plus plus. Here I have mentioned the condition if I is equals to 3, loop will be break. So how this loop will work? When I is equals to 0, I is equals to 0 and 0 is less than equal to 10, condition is true, the value of I would be print, that is 0. Again, loop will be print, expression, the value of I would become 1. Now 1 is less than equal to 10, condition is true. The value of I is print. Again, I may increment, I would become 2. 2 is less than equal to 10, condition is true. So the value of I would print 2. Now, here I write if I is equals to 3. जब I की value 3 हो जाए तो हम क्या हो जाए loop से बाहर. Now I become 3. 3 is less than equal to 10, condition true. We will enter in the loop. Here I write the mention if I is equals to 3. 3 is equals to 3, condition true. And when 3 is equals to 3, we will break the loop and continue execute the loop. So the output would become 0, 1, 2, 3. And I have write document write BR. When we will write any new line, the loop we will enter in the new line, break. And the closing of script tag, body tag. Now the continuous statement. So the continuous statement will break the current loop and continue with the next line. So basically continuous statement अब जो हम current में हम loop use कर रहे हैं उसको break करेगा और next line पे आके आप फिर से continue कर लेंगे. तो अगेन I have write I is equals to 0 से लेके 10 तक हमें वैल्यू प्रिंट करनी है. तो when I is equals to 3, जब आपके I is equals to 3 पे होगा उस टाइम पे आप हम जो है लूप से बाहर हो जाएंगे. बट जो हमारे नेक्स्ट स्टेटमेंट है, नेक्स्ट वैल्यू है, वो आपकी एज इट इज कंटिन्यू चलेगा. नेक्स्ट लूप इज in JavaScript we have for in statement. So the for in statement loops through the element of an array or through the properties of any object. So syntax of for in object is for variable in object, and in curly braces we will write the code which we are going to execute. So the code in the body of the for in loop is executed once for each element of property, and the variable argument can be a named variable, or we can say an array element or a property of an object. So this is the example of for in statement. Generally we used for in loop statement in array. So I have created an array of name is given my cars. So the size of array is 3. So the first name of our car is Saab, and second is Volvo, and third one is BMW. So the index value of first array is 0, second is 1 and 2. So I have write for x in my cars. X is I have taken a variable. So every time when we print this message, the value will print Saab, Volvo and BMW. Now the question is arise, what are the event, which is very important concept. As I told you in first example ki event, suppose I want to print a message at event was on click, कि जब मैं अपने on click बटन पे क्लिक करूं तब मेरा मैसेज प्रिंट होके आए. So the event name is in this code was on click. So event basically are action that can be directed by the JavaScript code. So every element on a web page, that certain event which can trigger a JavaScript. For example, we can use the on click event of a button element. The on click is the event which we are going on button to indicate that a function will run when a user click on button. Means function आपका तब run होगा जब आप button पे on click करेंगे. So event are basically normally used in combination with function. Generally हम use करते हैं function के through. And also we have some other event like onload and unload, on focus, on blur, and on change function. So the onload and load and on unload event are triggered when the user enters or leave the page. And the on focus, on blur, on change event are often used in the combination with the validation of form fields. So this is all about my today lecture, JavaScript function and looping. Hope this lecture will be beneficial for you all. And in next lecture we will cover some another important topic of web technology.